If you're looking for Minecraft seeds that have epic villages, and I mean multiple epic villages, well, this is the video for you. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode here of the Top 10 Seed series. Not our usual series on my channel, but thought I'd run it for today and see how you guys enjoy it. We're taking a look at 10 epic village seeds with a few other features mixed in, and yeah, if you guys want to verify my work, it's in 1.19.4 Java Edition, and the link to the chunk base will be in the description, so you can verify that all the seeds are real before even loading them into Minecraft. So, without further ado, I don't want to waste your time. You don't want your time wasted. I just wasted it by saying that sentence. Let's get into seed number 1. Alrighty guys, coming in at seed number 1, we're gonna spawn into a beautiful Savannah biome. Now this one has a mixture of a couple villages and terrain generation. So if we fly up, you're actually gonna notice our first village. Now, it's right on the edge of the river biome here, which is pretty neat. I like it. And it's a fairly big village. You're gonna get lots of loot from it. Get some hay bales, a little bit of farmland, and you're good to go. Now, deep breath. What you're gonna want to do, try to do this all in one breath apparently. What you're gonna want to do is follow the river, and then you're gonna find yourself next to another village. It's a little bit smaller, but it's right next to a beautiful mountain range. Now we can get into the terrain generation of this seed. If we fly in the opposite direction, you're gonna notice that the Savannah has some pretty interesting landscaping. It flies, it kind of does what it needs to do, but then you have one of these shattered mesa biomes, and next to a desert and more shattered mesa. So not only do you get two really interesting villages, you get a lot of hot tropical biomes, which I thought was pretty cool for seed number 1. Now, seed number 2 seems a little bigger in the map, but I promise you it's not. You're gonna spawn in right next to this beautiful river. Check this out. Just the spawn point itself was on point. I absolutely loved it, and we're gonna get into that after, but first, we need to find the villages. First village is right here, right? You have village number 1. That kind of goes into the greenery and whatnot, so small. It's a small village, but follow the river. Follow the river, and then you're gonna find yourself at village number 2, which is even cooler because village number 2 is inside some of that really unique biome generation. So, check this out, right? You have this interesting little village. Behind it, behind the blacksmith, you have this cool little cave looking thing that does go pretty deep. It is a little lagoon, but it does turn into a cave, but you can obviously see in the background absolute beautiful terrain generation. Like, come on, how can you even argue with this? This looks absolutely amazing, and it's not too grand, so if you're looking to just start playing Minecraft, it's not going to be too overwhelming for you. It's that perfect balance of beauty and functionality. Now, unfortunately for seed number 3, I need to have the F3 screen on because I get lost in this seed quite easily. When I was checking it out the first time, I kept getting lost. But you're going to notice right away you have a beautiful little village. Now this is going to be perfect for loot, right? You're going to come up here, it has hay bales, and gardens. Hay bales I already said, no blacksmith. But come on, blacksmiths are so overrated nowadays. Now what you're going to want to do is head just in the complete opposite direction, but keeping with the same kind of line pattern. When we head in this direction, somewhere over here, see right here, you're gonna find yourself a village. Now again, it doesn't have a blacksmith, but blacksmiths are overrated, but it does have gardens, and it does have it does have gardens, and it does have hay bales. Jeez, I can't speak today. Now what we're gonna want to do is go back to the original village where we're gonna follow, okay, check it out, in my southwest pattern. So we're gonna want to just basically follow the pattern, the path of the village, where we're gonna find ourselves a third village, right? You're gonna find yourself a third village that just travels up the side of this mountain range, and that's 3 villages, right? Like, look, you can still see it with my render distance, and then you have a giant mansion right next door to it. It's perfect. I love it so much. This could be the thumbnail. There's a chance this is the thumbnail. There's a couple options in this 10 seed video that I never really do. So there you go, seed number 3. Now, seed number 4 is almost hard to see. You're gonna spawn right inside a village that goes into a cave, so you basically have iron, coal, and a village right off your spawn point, which is a beautiful starting point, right? You are pretty much set, but that's not the only thing in this village. That's not the only thing in this seed. As you can see, we have a few different directions we can go, and I like being able to follow rivers. So what you're going to do is jump on this icy river and just head toward this location, right? Where you're going to find village number 2. Now, nothing too crazy. They're almost hard to see from the air. So there you go, village number 2. It has farmland, and that's basically it. But what makes village number 2 pretty cool is you have a pillager outpost within view distance and an igloo on this cool little island. So if you wanted somewhere to live that's a little out of the norm, you don't really normally live in these, you can, and it has the basement, which is perfect. You can live in that, no problem. Set up your storage room in the basement, but we're going to jump this mountain where we're going to find village number 3. Now, I know they're hard to see. I apologize. You know, these ones kind of suck, but this one does have a floating house, and it's going up a mountain, and it's just so cool, and everything's within walking distance of each other. See, village 1, village 2, village 3, pillager outpost, and igloo, all within walking distance. It's freaking cool. Oh, this didn't load the first time. That just loaded in. It looks cool too, with a little cave in it. Oh, I like this seed a lot. If you're into snowy biomes, this is definitely the one you're looking for. Trust me. I'm a seed expert at this point, I think. Now, when I initially did /kill to get myself back here, this dude was looking at me dead in the face, and it made me laugh. I thought it was hilarious. So there's your spawn point. It's directly inside of a village. Now, it's not a crazy village. It is actually kind of small, but it is going to get you food, and it's going to get you everything you need. Now, the opposite goes for this seed. It's very tropical, right? And it does have a pillager outpost right next to spawn. Where'd it go? Right there. It does have a pillager outpost right next to spawn with the new allays. I forgot to point that out. It's fine. So you have a village, you have a villager outpost, but then we're gonna follow this river. Like I said, I like to be able to follow rivers and have it make sense. So you follow this river to the second village of the seed, which is awesome. You know, it's significantly bigger. No hay bales or farmland though. That's unique. I didn't really notice that when I checked it out the first time. I just like seeing the village. Now, what I found really cool about this seed, that is the only village within the stretch, a pillager outpost and 2 villages, but you have a massive mangrove biome right here. My frame just dropped to like 24. I apologize if this is, let's stand still. You have a massive mangrove biome here, and it's pretty interesting. So if you want to see more of it, go ahead and explore it, because my frame rate apparently can't handle it. Oh, we're back. No, we're not. Don't look over there. If we look over here, everything's fine. Go ahead and explore it and check out the link in the description. Now, this seed is where things start to get a little crazier in the video. You're going to spawn into a small little village, right? You're going to get some hay bales and you're going to get some food. That's the important part of your spawn point, because there is a pillager outpost like 200 blocks away from your spawn. So be careful. You know, you don't want to go over and anger them quite yet. There's still a bit of exploring you need to do. So what we're going to do is jump on this river system, where we're pretty much instantly going to find village number 2. Now, village number 2, a little bit better. You know, you get a little more farmland, no hay bales, but you do get a blacksmith, which will help you take on the pillager outpost. But let's say that's not enough. We're going to follow the river even more, and we're going to find village number 3. Again, small food, hay bales. You're good to go. You're going to need it to fight those guys. Now, this river will actually stretch into a mangrove biome, but will continue to your right, where there is another village. So this is what, your 3rd or 4th village here, which is absolutely insane. It's quite beautiful. You know, you get a basic village. Only one has a blacksmith, but we keep going, and I believe I'm wrong. There's another seed with a village a little bit further, but that's okay. So you have what, 4 villages and a pillager outpost, all within walking distance of your spawn. I think it's pretty unique. I think you're pretty much set for this one. I feel like there was another one that I'm missing. Was there? I definitely feel like there was. Did I get this one? Nope, there's another one. I might have like villager count up on the screen to figure out how many villages we actually counted. Because I need to know. There's 3 in view distance right now. So it's gotta be like 5, right? It's definitely gotta be like 5. Now, coming in at seed number 7, you're gonna spawn into a village again, right? Like directly on your spawn point, and it's gonna give you food, it's gonna give you hay bales, and it's gonna give you a little bit of loot from going through the houses, but just like the seeds we've been checking out before, we want to head to the river, where just across this river is actually another village. This one has 2 of the witches' castles, or whatever they're called, the sources castles, and is much bigger, like a lot bigger. You're going to get a lot more loot from this one, couple farms, couple hay bales. Jump on the river. Jump on the river system. You know how this goes. Where we're going to go across, right? We're going to follow the river, and it's actually going to open up to our 3rd village, where it's small. You know, 3rd village, nothing crazy. Looking kind of cool, but nothing too crazy. Wait! There's another one. We're going to follow the river a little bit more through the canyon here to our 4th village. Now, there's a mine shaft right there. Hey, there's an abandoned mine shaft where you can go get more loot. Oh, wow. That's actually really neat. Oh, wow. Okay, go ahead and explore that. That's pretty cool. I like that. But then you have a 4th village. Now, there is more villages scattered about, but I didn't really want to go to them because they seemed a little too far away from spawn. But 4 villages within walking distance. You have that really cool cave that I didn't really know about. I just like this seed. It's a lot. It is a lot of seed. All in one seed. How many times can I see seed in this video? Oh no. Yeah, you guessed it. Coming in at seed number 8, you're gonna spawn. This is kind of weird, actually. You're gonna spawn inside of this kind of unique village here. It's small. It's gonna give you a little bit of food and some farmland, but why are we right next to a swamp? Why is there ice connecting into a swamp? This is a weird generation thing, and it just, whenever I find cold going to really, really hot, I love to find these seeds because they're really interesting. So, village number 1, obviously there's more than one village in the seed, and you have a witch hut, right? So you're gonna get a witch hut right off the bat. It might not be the best one because, you know, you wanna perimeter this thing, but you could build it and go up in the air. It also does work. Moving on to village number 2, because we're going to follow the river a little bit, right? So village number 2 connects to this river right here. This is going to be really cool to get to village number 3, trust me. I really like this. This is really cool. So village number 2, it's basic. Come on, it's a basic village. I don't have to explain basic villages to you guys anymore. It's seed number 8. Go to the ocean, right? You're going to notice that the ocean kind of does separate out, right? You go into the ocean, there's another little river where there's going to be village number 3 for you to go and explore. A bit bigger, a little more loot in it, a little more food. You know, you're going to have a little better of a time in this one. And then village number 4 is on the peak of the island where it kind of looks out over the ocean. It almost looks like a port town where it should have probably built here, but they decided that water was their domain and it has a blacksmith. So there you go. 4 villages. Honestly, you can't really find more seeds with more villages. This is just a cram-packed village seed. Now, honestly, this for me was thumbnail candidate 2, and I'm still on the fence because look at your spawn point. You spawn in next to a small village, but it's just gorgeous. It looks absolutely beautiful, right? It's honestly crazy. I love this seed. Now, you may be like, why is it thumbnail candidate 1? Well, if you notice in the background, and if we stand in the right position here, doesn't that look like it's part of the same village? Because it's not! It is another village that has spawned in between the 2 villages. So you have 2 villages and this absolute beautiful terrain here with this really cool cave system in the middle. So that, you know, on its own was absolutely stunning. I loved every minute of it, but that's not even it. That's not even the only village in this seed. If we follow the river a little bit, you're gonna find a 3rd village right here, and it's nothing crazy, but it is a 3rd village. But then if you really want to keep going and you follow the river even more, there is a 4th village. I don't know where it is because I haven't made it to it yet. There it is. There is a 4th village with a blacksmith. So there's 4 villages, 2 of which surrounding one of the best base building areas I've found in a seed in a very long time. So I honestly think this seed is one of the best in the video. I absolutely love it. It is awesome. Now, I mean, seed number 9 is going to be hard to follow up, but seed number 10 is also quite beautiful. We're going to spawn into a village that's a little bit of a snowy village, right? A little bit, it's fully a snowy village, but the village, it's quite cute. It's going to give you a little bit of loot. It's cool, but you spawn next to an one of these things called an iceberg biome, but that's not really what we care about. We're gonna jump over this mountain range a little bit, where we're gonna find village number 2. Now, village number 2, a little bit bigger, spawned right in the middle of a lake, which I found really cool. And look at their, like, witches' castles. Aren't they cool? Like, everything's so cool in the snowy villages and the Savannah villages. But then we're gonna follow even further, following the river like we normally do, where we're gonna find village number 3 of this seed, and it is spawned on top of a mountain that has a weird little hot lagoon in it, so it kind of makes sense of why this village would be here. It has hot water, they've built up around it, it just looks really cool, and the terrain generation in the surrounding area isn't all that bad. But let's say you did want to live a little weird like one of the other seeds we just looked at. There is an igloo just behind the seed here, and it has no basement, so get wrecked. You can't build in the basement, but it's an igloo. Good luck fitting a chest in there without a basement. I'd like to see it, actually. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Top 10 Seed series. Let me know. I crashed immediately. Let me know if you guys want to see more of the Top 10 Seed series, because I thought I'd give you guys a little bit more of a change. Oh wow, you actually individually control the rowing now. Huh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. But let me know if you guys want to see more of the Top 10 Seed series, because it is something that I'm willing to do. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're looking for other seeds, I've made hundreds of seed videos. That was perfect timing to hit a house. I've made hundreds of seed videos, so you can go back and check it out. And yeah, that's basically all I got. You do typical YouTuber stuff. Bye!